Word, say the Pledge of Allegiance, and after them, let Alderman Betts lead us in the word of prayer.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Let's pray. Our Father in heaven, we are grateful for the day of life that you have given to each of us. We are grateful for your love that you show to us, your grace that you extend to us each day. We thank you, Lord, for the country that we live in. We pray, Lord, that you bless our leadership of our country and our troops who are in harm's way. We ask you, Lord, for your peace to be in this world. Ask you, Lord, that you help us now as we take care of the business of our city. We thank you, Lord, for the privilege of being here and serving. I pray, Lord, that you help us to do our best to always please you and do the best for our citizens. For we pray this in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. Okay, I'm going to ask Ms. Wilson if she'll do our roll call.
Town of Vidalia Board of Aldermen roll call for the regular meeting of the Mayor and Board of Aldermen dated March 10th, 2026. Alderman Betts.
Present.
Alderman Gardner.
Here.
Alderman McCoy.
Present.
Alderman Probst.
Here.
Alderman Smith.
Here.
Mayor, let the record show that the quorum of the board is present and accounted for.
All right, thank you. Appreciate everybody coming tonight. First thing we need to do is approve our minutes from last meeting. Is there any questions, additions, or deletions? Hear a motion to approve.
I make that motion.
Motion made by Alderman McCoy. Here a second.
Second.
Second by Alderman Smith. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay, Louisiana open meeting law asks that we can have public comments on the current agenda items at the beginning of our meeting. And is there any public comments on anything on our agenda? Yes, ma'am.
I want to thank Mayor Kraft and the Alderman for all the hard work that y'all do for the town of Vidalia. I'm Adrian Wells. I'm a long life resident of Vidalia. And I want to address the agenda item 9.
Okay.
Mayor reports that meeting, every meeting y'all have, you get reports. I'm glad to receive reports from you. And I would like to see reports from all the aldermen that does the work in our area, in the vicinity that I live.
Okay.
What they plan on doing or what they doing.
Okay.
And all other places I have attended meetings, Vicksburg, Natchez, the alderman discusses what their plans are. And I would like to hear our plans.
Okay.
And thank you so
All right.
much.
Thank you for the comments. Anybody else? Okay. What on this? You going to ask on Miss Moak's report?
Yeah.
What particular part of her report?
Well, I just think there's an error in it by
Okay.
according to law. So I
Well,
mean, I'll speak my 3 minutes apiece.
She hasn't given her report yet. But I mean, what do you have a question to her?
Well, I'll have some questions. I mean, do I get my 3 minutes or what?
Okay, go ahead.
Louisiana revised statute 382241A requires public entities to have a written contract for any work that exceeds $5,000. It is against Louisiana public bid law to split a single project or
Okay,
purchase
Mr. Manchester,
into
Mr.
multiple.
Manchester, I'm going to stop you there. That has nothing to do with her report.
Oh, it does absolutely.
No, sir, it doesn't.
How do you, wait,
Mr. Manchester.
I stopped my time.
Mr. Manchester, that has nothing to do with her report on that. You're going to make accusations that the town has not followed guidelines. Here's procedure for that. You can contact.
No. I got it right here in the law that there's $15,000 worth of errors in them books.
Well, but you're not, that's not. on
Those books right there are wrong.
Okay, Mr. Manchester, I'm asking you to sit down.
No, I mean, you're not gonna violate my rights.
No,
I'll tell you,
it's
look,
not-
I don't
if
know
you
which-
violate my rights this time, I'll serve you next time.
Okay, that's fine.
And you cost the city some more money.
That's fine.
No, I'm
Okay.
gonna do my 3 minutes.
Okay, no, we're done, okay?
You
We're done.
can't,
That's not
you
on,
can't
that's,
silence me. You
that's
can't
the-
retaliate just because it's a criticism towards you.
Mr. Manchester,
Do you understand how the
I'm asking
open
you-
public
I'm
meetings
asking
laws
you-
work?
I'm asking you politely one more time to sit down.
Or what?
That's not on her.
Or what you gonna
Or
do?
else, or else I'm gonna have you removed like we did last time.
Well, have me removed then. That's what I
Okay,
want.
all right, if you're not gonna sit
If that's
down.
what you want to do, because it's gonna be on you.
Okay,
And you'll see,
that's
I'll make a
fine.
believer out of you in 30 days.
That's fine,
Okay.
okay.
I know you don't care about the town spending money on your lawsuits, but
All right, please, have a seat. Thank you.
I'm not having a seat.
Okay,
I
well,
done told you, if you want to get some police up here, let them come on up here.
okay. Would
and-
y'all please escort Mr.
Under the
Manchester?
threat of arrest, I'll leave, but only under the threat of arrest.
No, you're gonna be asked to leave the meeting.
I'm not coming until you, it's just, all you gotta do is say, I'll arrest you if you don't leave.
You're not under arrest, but you get escorted back.
Well, I'm not gonna get, I mean, if you'll say I'm gonna be under arrest if I don't leave, I'll leave.
You're disrupting the meeting, Mr. Manchester. We can't go on with our meeting.
So if I don't leave, I'll be under arrest? But I mean, if I don't leave, I'll be under arrest, right? Well, disturbing the peace or what?
Well, you're interrupting our meeting, Mr. Manchester. We're gonna go on with our meeting. Thank you.
Well, I mean, technically.
Okay,
I-
please,
you
y'all
should
please,
tell me
go
I
ahead
would
and
be
remove,
under
so we can go on with our
arrest,
meeting.
right?
You're not under arrest.
Okay. It's a threat of violence, I'll leave.
Okay, all right. First thing we have on our agenda, Miss Deborah Moak, our CPA, is going to give our financial report.
Tonight's financial statements include the balance sheet as of January 31st, 2026, the statement of revenues, expenditures, and changes in fund balance for the 7 months ending January 31st, 2026. These financial statements have been distributed to all department heads and aldermen for their review. In summary, the town has combined cash in the bank of $4.2 million, including restricted funds of $1.4 million in the hydro fund and $1.3 million in the sales tax fund. Investments are $29.3 million. Total assets are $76 million. Total liabilities are $12.6 million for a change in fund balance of $63.4 million. The statement of revenues, expenses, and changes in fund balances for the 7 months ending January 31st, 2026 indicates combined revenues of $26 million, total expenditures of $31 million for a change in net position of a negative $5 million. Total revenues are at 53% of budget. Personnel expense is at 62%. Materials and supplies are at 65%. Other services and charges is at 91%. The high percentage of these services and charges is due to the $4.6 million spent year-to-date on hydro projects and $1.5 million spent on the water plant expansion. The negative $5 million variance is due to the rebates, hydro projects, and water plant expansion cost. The variance should be around 58 to 42% remaining. The change in net position is not expected to meet the total budget amounts as the hydro projects were not included in the budget. These projects have been carryovers from previous years. The fund balance from previous years is a source of revenue for the project expenses. The budget to actual comparison does not include the $5.8 million for the payoff of the transmission line debt and construction. The water plant expansion is also not included in the budget since it covers multiple years of construction. The budget to actual comparison indicates that salaries and wages are over budget in the sanitation department, which is due to employees reclassified after the budget was approved. Many of the employees were in the street department. Personnel costs are also higher than budget in the police, fire, and ambulance departments. The auditors have indicated that they will have the results of their audit completed by the March 31st, 2026 deadline. They will come to present the audit once the audit is reviewed and approved by the Louisiana Legislative Auditors. They do not foresee any deficiencies at this time.
Okay, any questions, Ms. Moak, on the financial report? All right, we're gonna move on to board discussion and vote on approval of occupational license. The first one we have is Smitty's Phone Repair. It's at 4010 Carter Street. Any questions? There a motion to approve?
I'll make that motion.
Motion made by Alderman McCoy here, second.
Second.
Oh, I had a bunch of them. I think I heard Alderman Gardner. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay. Next one we have is the Vidalia Ice House. Vidalia Ice House on 1816 Carter Street. Gonna be a snow cone stand. Any questions?
I'll make the motion to approve.
Motion made by Alderman Gardner here, second.
Second.
Second by Alderman Smith. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, next thing we have are sign applications. First one we have is, I think Yo-Yo Sake Asian Bistro. That's the old crawdaddies, claws and tails at one time. Then right before you get to the bridge, that's a sign application. You see that there. Any questions on it?
Where did you say it's located?
It's located in, it's in Lower District 1. Okay, here a motion?
I'll make that
Motion
motion.
made by Alderman McCoy, here a second.
Second.
Second by Alderman Probst, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay, the second one we have is Miss Sabrina Dore Agency LLC, and you'll see her sign. Pardon? There
Oh,
we
she
go.
wanted that to go up.
Okay,
I think we discussed it and she shared it with us at the last meeting, but it's beautiful if you ask me.
I hear a motion to approve.
I'll make the motion.
Motion made by Alderman Gardner, here a second.
Second.
Second by Alderman Probst, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All right. Let's move on. The next thing we have is board discussion and vote on approval of liquor and beer license. We have three. One is the Dollar General on 1641 Carter Street for just beer and wine only. The second is for Yo-Yo Sake Asian Bistro. I guess I'm saying it right. Forgive me if I'm not. And that's going to be for liquor and beer. And then number three, McDonald's Liquors on 305 Carter Street for liquor and beer. Any questions?
So these are all new.
McDonald's Liquors is
That's
not, but I think Dollar General might be, I'm not sure.
So what about the rest of is this just not
We-
renewal time?
No.
We didn't approve the
They,
we wasn't ready.
these
Oh,
were,
okay.
they didn't have all their paperwork together. So
Okay.
this is the three that's just got their paperwork together.
I'll make the motion to approve.
Okay, motion made by Alderman Garner, here a second. Second by Alderman Smith, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All right, now, we had board discussion on feral cats at Vidalia Riverfront by Miss Shelby Strong. She called and wanted to postpone till April. But I did go ahead and pull some things on that. And if we all wanted to talk about it before we get to, I'm gonna put it back on the agenda next month. If y'all want to not talk about it at all tonight, or y'all just want to just mention it just between us before we have some of those people about what we're doing now and what does the,
You wanna-
I've
ordinance
had
say.
people wondering myself, so I had a call or two, so let me hear.
Well,
What's going on?
They had sent me some things that they want the town, I think, and I don't know where this is, I hadn't talked to her, but for sure, but they had sent me some things that they want the town to construct some basically homes for the cats for protection to live in and things. And I personally, look, I love cats. There's some cats I haven't loved in my past, but for the most part, I do love, kittens and cats. And my mother had, and father always had kittens or cats. But I feel like if we do that, and those cats that are down there are wild. They are feral cats. You can't catch them, and they're not going to make a pet unless somebody takes them and domesticates them and does something with them. And if we put something down there to where we're going to house these things or house these animals, everybody in the world with a cat they want to get rid of or have a bleeding heart's going to come dump them there, and we're going to have a bigger problem than we have now.
Mm.
And now I will tell people this, that our ordinance says that who is an owner of a cat? And this is what our ordinance says. If you house them, if you feed them, if you do anything to it, any kind of care for them, you become the owner. So anybody that's feeding those cats down there now to Riverfront, we could basically classify them as an owner. Now, right now, our policy kind of follows the trap, spade and neuter, vaccinate, and return to where they found them. That's kind of what our policy we've been doing. We've been taking them, I think, Joey, is that right? Is that our animal control, Devin, will take them to Dr. Gregg, and he will, do those things to them, and they'll return them somewhere, or unless they can find a home for them. If they're, able to be. I showed a video to Deborah and Jay today there's a video, you got to pull it up, of a man. It's an older video of a man trying to sell a cat, and he was sitting there petting the cat, and it's basically on a leash and talking about how nice the cat it is. The cat goes berserk on him and winds up getting on his leg and just clawing into him. It's really funny, but I thought I'd show that for humor, but I don't know whether to be funny or not. But if you get a chance, look it up yourself. But I feel like that we do have a cat problem. I'm going to admit that we do. There's a lot of people feeding them. There's a lot of people want to take care of them. But the town, I don't think it'd be our position to go in and try to start providing housing and places of shelter for these cats out in the wild, because all we're gonna do is, I think, make the problem 10 times worse.
What about the collar and the tag that's supposed to
And
be on?
they're supposed to, if you are a current owner of a cat, which, you know, I just told y'all what an owner is. If you're feeding the cats down there, you could be classified as the owner of that. You're supposed to have those cats vaccinated, tagged,
Collar.
and collared. That is the rule.
Joey, when they bring them in from the vet, are they and they're chipping those, aren't they? I think one time he said he was chipping them, but I don't know for sure. But still,
Now,
if she's coming to build houses,
well, they had requested us, maybe, I think, to construct some, especially during the freeze and all. And all right. Now, here's another thing that,
we better start building them at Walmart.
again,
and,
a
other places,
problem
too.
that we have, and I think every citizen, even will say, that has somebody that owns a cat that's next to them, there's no way they're going to stay in their yard. I'm sorry, they're not going to do it. They run wild. They get on your car. You know, we know what the male cats do if they haven't been fixed, and it's not a pleasant smell when you walk out and you smell a cat's been marking his territory. There's a lot, and that's not fair to your neighbor if you've got a cat and that's what you're having to live with.
New mulch, they like those flower beds too.
And it's just, I just think we've got an issue, and I think maybe from an enforcement standpoint, but we also got to give them some directions for sure on where we want to go with it. I also think we ought to listen to what the ladies want to do, or me and the ladies who want to come and talk to us next month. I'd love to hear what they have to say, but I'm just giving you, without any feedback from them, how I personally feel. I hope there's something we can do to them. I'm not for euthanizing them. I'm for us collecting them, getting these things done, and finding somewhere they can go where they can live and be productive rather than being a nuisance. So,
They just wander from house to house where I live.
yeah. And they're
Up and down the
they're
road.
looking for food. And another thing they do, they get in dumpsters, they get in their dumpsters
Trash cans.
around the trash cans, and they will make a mess. I mean, and that's just a fact of life. And I think that I think we can come up with a solution working with this group. Now, I know that they're working on membership in this group, and if they get enough members, I'm going to encourage each one of them to come get a cat and adopt it themselves, and maybe, we could get a good start on them that way. But I'm not saying that to be funny. I'm being serious. I mean, but these cats that are over on the riverfront are wild. They are the ones I've seen. I do walk over there. A lot of people bring their dogs to walk, and they go pretty crazy when they get around to those cats. I can tell you, most of them I see go pretty crazy. But any questions, Alderman, have a different feeling or thought on it? I'd be glad to listen to it.
No comment on that.
No comment?
'Cause I really don't get complaints about that.
Well, the call I got,
Dogs,
just
yes.
one of the calls I got was explaining how they're feeding them over there. There's not just one, there's several, because this guy walks every day. And he said, I go over there, and in the middle of the concrete slab is a pile of food.
Pizza.
And beside the food is poop. And that ain't good. That's not good for our riverfront, number one. And you start a project over there on the riverfront, that's gonna not. I am absolutely against it, so you'll know.
Okay. All right. Okay,
I've been in them animal meetings before.
I know.
Yeah.
All right. I think we need we say how we feel about it, because we need to come up with a solution for it, and I think we will. All right, we're gonna move on to board discussion and vote on approval of resolution to incorporate the complete streets recommendations into the town of Vidalia transportation infrastructure. Is Anna here?
Mayor, Ms. Gooch couldn't be here tonight. She asked if we could postpone it till April
We can.
because she does have some details on some other projects you wanted to
Okay.
bring up at the time.
Okay. Do we need to go ahead and agree this
She-
agreement?
She said it'd be fine to wait till then and
Okay,
kind
so
of
it's
do
nothing
everything.
pressing to get this done.
No, sir.
And basically, we've got some more projects coming up from DOT that they might can do for some work in our town, that we have to approve this agreement for industrial inducement purposes. To incorporate with the complete streets to get some funds from the DOT. So that's all that is. So we'll table that till next time at her request. Okay, next thing we have, this is something we brought up last time, but we had to advertise, and this is just a continuation of that. More discussion on a purchase of option agreement for industrial inducement purposes with Louisiana Renewable Fuel Facility LLC, approving the form and terms of such agreement and providing for other matters in connection therewith. We had already approved this, but we had to advertise it. It's been advertised. The board will have any questions, they want to approve this option. There a motion?
I'll make a motion.
Motion made by Alderman Best, and here second.
Second.
Alderman Smith, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay, next thing we have is board discussion and vote to approve advertising for bids to purchase 2 used dump trucks for the street and utility departments. Any questions? You see that's used dump trucks, not new ones.
How good are used?
With warranty?
That's what I was wondering, how many, yeah.
The specs are, I think,
We've got a 2020 and a 2023 that we look, they are still under warranty.
Okay.
So we already.
One's about a 6 cubic yard truck. The other is a 14 to 16 cubic yard. Yeah.
What's the price range running about?
we can't put that out there.
Oh,
They gonna bid them.
They got to bid.
whoever's selling for it. Oh, okay, yeah. My bad.
It's okay. All right, any questions? Can I approve for us to advertise the bids for those 2 trucks?
I'll make the motion.
Motion made by Alderman Garner, here second.
Second.
Second by Alderman Probst. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, I'm gonna run through some mayor's reports right quick. Polk Park, splash pad, walking trails. I'm pushing, regardless of wherever they complete or not, we're gonna open up those playgrounds and fitness center, and you'll see it playing overhead here. We're gonna open that sometime, no matter what, in April, whether they're finished or not. So, because the playground's basically almost finished, other than a few things. The splash pad's got a few more minor things to do that they should have ready by sometime in April. So anybody ask the kids, regardless, we're gonna do a grand opening and make a real big deal about it. But we want to get it open because it's I hate for it to be, here we are getting beautiful weather and our kids just sitting there ready to go. Well, hopefully we'll have the parkings and all be poured and all the walks be done, but just some finish work with some lights and things like that we want to, we might hold up on. But you can see the park is going to be amazing. It's going to be a destination for people coming from a long way to come visit Vidalia for sure.
You can move to something else. I have a question.
Okay.
So the question I have is, I've been getting kind of volumes of phone calls about application process of hiring, if you're gonna have part-time, full-time employees, for them to apply and all of that. So if you can kind of elaborate to let the public know.
We're going to be looking, I don't know the number of people we're going to hire, but we're going to hire some part-time people to more or less oversee and work, clean up, and be there to make sure in case we have any problems or issues or somebody's mistreating any of our equipment or not using the property right, or being disruptive, any disruptive children that's not supposed to be there. I've heard a lot of people over here on this playground between the ballparks over here, we have some older kids bullying and cussing, using language they're not supposed to. We're not going to put up with that. I'm just telling you right now, we have some older kids coming there and start, kind of bullying some younger kids and using foul language. You're out of there. I'm sorry. We're not going to put up with it. And we're going to have somebody there that's going to, I want to make sure we give whoever we get, we might hire 3 people, we might hire 5 to cover, make sure we cover the busy times. But we're going to make sure this thing is a family plate where families can come and enjoy and have a great time and tell somebody else about it.
Do we know our potential operational hours?
We said probably during when school's out from 7 to 9. You know what we said?
7 a.m. to 9 p.m.
7, 8, 7, or was it 9 to 9 or 9 to 9?
It was 7 to either 9 or 10, I think it was.
9 or 10, okay.
And will it be locked or something like that? when
No,
it's locked?
we want the park, we want everybody out there by 9 or 10 o'clock. They don't need to be there unless.
So it's almost gonna be operation like the riverfront where somebody.
Yeah, I mean, if people don't need to be out there late, if they are, we need to let the police know if somebody's gonna be out there. So we can have somebody close by in case something goes wrong. Now, the tennis courts, usually those are, we got to watch those lights. We're going to probably shut those down about 10 o'clock, lock the bathrooms, and maybe lock those up unless there's, a tournament or something going on. They have a scheduled activity with those.
Is it gonna be so many days during the week or a certain day?
7 days a week.
Okay, so
7 days a week. It's going to be available. There's no charge. It's free of charge. And I've heard people ask, is there going to be a charge for it? Now, as far as people scheduling birthday, a party or things like that, you're just going to have to just
first come, first served basis?
and it just, no, you're going to come there, you're going to have to have some company at your birthday party. You can't reserve it for a birthday party just for kids. You reserve it for a birthday party and you got local kids wanting to come in, they can't because you got a party. We're not going to do that. If you're going to have a party, you can maybe try to find a place or a table, a bench, a picnic bench you can get and sit with your little small group. But we're not going to deprive any children at any time for somebody else to come in and reserve it and not be able to play on their playground. Does anybody not agree with that? I mean, I wouldn't want to see anybody deny the opportunity to use it. For whatever amount of money, it don't matter to me. That kid's happiness and that family coming there and playing is first. Okay. Any other questions on Pope Park?
No, that's great.
Okay. The slough completion date is scheduled for March the 15th. It's probably going to go to the end of the month. We're waiting on some handrails, and on the south side of the ditch, there's some wing walls that they might have to construct so it don't have any erosion on it. And once they're done that, it'll be through. But it's pretty much done, and but that's supposed to be about probably another couple of weeks. It'll be ready to go and put in operation. Cornell and them did a good job. Y'all got power to it here just recently, didn't you?
Yeah, we're having the three-phase line there to this next week.
Okay, good deal. Thank y'all very much for doing it.
So I guess my only question, if you're done with it, is I think at the last one meeting I asked, can we get some graphics or some the fly over the slough, just like we doing with Pope Park, just so the public can see what's going on and how it looks for the people that live in and out of town that want to know more details.
You gonna fly it, Dustin?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
We're gonna get there. We talked about it today. We just haven't gotten to that part.
All right, thank you so much.
All right. Next thing we got is the farmer's market. They're working on layout, foundation, and design, and it should be done by the end of the month or the 1st of April. The tennis courts to basketball courts at Vidalia Junior High, they haven't been done. We're trying to finish up a CEA to get it to school board for them to approve it and to agree to enter into a cooperative endeavor agreement with that. The basketball courts, the old basketball courts up here at the complex have been completely overlaid. The tennis courts have been overlaid, what you saw. The pickleball courts have been done as well. So those are all complete. And I told them to hold off on the volleyball courts. We was going to make them a permanent playing surface and new nets and all that out there, but it came in way over what I thought it should be. So we're going to put that on hold till later. And the next thing we have is water plant. Cornell, you want to give us an update on water plant? I think July or August is supposed to be that first new section is going to be complete. Is that correct?
Yeah, you're absolutely correct. July, August, we should have the phase one side up and running. Currently, right now, what they're doing, they got the bricks in. They're gonna start building the buildings and everything, and get some paint and stuff going here in the next couple of months. But it's on track, to phase one to be up and running in July, August, and once that's up and running, phase two, hopefully by the end of this fiscal year, December 31st, it'll be up and running. So hopefully we'll be brand new.
Okay. Thank you, Cornell.
All right.
Since we're talking about the water plant, I would like to interject this at this point. Louisiana Rural Water Association recently held a class last week, and it was for operators and also for some of your aldermen or else elected officials in certain municipalities. If they participate, they can get extra grade for their water sector, their water grade from the Louisiana Department of Health. And I want to thank Alderman Brent Smith and Alderman Tommy Probst they represented the town of Vidalia as aldermen. And because if we didn't have somebody show up and attend the class with these operators, we would not get credit for it. So I want to thank them publicly for their spending their time. I think they said, how many hours did it take? 4 hours. 4 hours. And
You did it last
And
year.
I
I
know-
still got the book, Cornell, if you want it. You want it?
But I want to thank those guys because they did take time out of their schedule. Brent selling insurance, he didn't make any money that evening, and Tommy, a busy man too, working and doing, and I know he missed some work. So, but I appreciate it very much. Okay,
Resource Center.
okay, I'm coming to it. I ain't got that. I'm almost there. The next thing you got is the DA Big Lane. That bid is going out on March the 18th or March 25th. So anybody around DA Big Lane that's interested in that, March 18th, March 25th, the bids will go out. Concordia Avenue, we got a couple sinkholes showing up. We got another one. We getting those. We're going to be getting bids for those on this Friday to handle those beginning sinkholes there. Water wells, the raising water wells are out for bid as we speak. Justin, if you would put the sign for Martin Luther King up on the screen, we approve. We're going on Martin Luther King. That's going to be that if you see that it says Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Memorial Parkway, that's going to be put at the entrance of that Martin Luther King Drive there, coming off Carter Street, going on turning right there as soon as you come off the bridge, and one at the south end of town or south west part of the town. We'll have another one coming into town.
Mayor, that's 131.
130, yeah, 131. But anyway, that's a sign that's in Lafayette, Louisiana, and that was one. And we will make some tweaks to it if whoever wants to. That is basically a rendering of the doctor there. We can actually put an actual photograph if so be it. But that's just an idea of kind of where it looks like and how big it would be. It's a pretty nice size sign if you saw it in real life. But that's a sign I saw in Lafayette that I really liked, and we can do some tweaks off that if somebody wants to add to or take away. Okay. All right, and the next one we have is the Memorial Day Parade historical marker. Is that this is sort of what I looked at some. This is what most markers or highway markers or event markers are look like, and they'll be on a nice pole and mounted. Alderman Garner was talking about it before we got started on where we should actually put it, and I think that's probably the only question. We're looking for verbiage to put on it, what it should say. Anything like you see, that's Camp Alto World War II prisoner of war camp. And you see the Texas design up there. I figured we can come up with the.
So Mayor Kraft, I have emailed you along with the board just today. I know I was running late behind getting it done, but I give you all actual verbiage that can be utilized or a sample of some of the impacted details that can be used as truthful information that whether you've known or not for the marker.
Yeah, that's on anything we put up there needs to be factual.
Absolutely. You can actually go on the Washington DC website and find some of the actual information to collaborate with. Okay.
And we'll put something together based on that information. We'll bring it back to council for approval and a final spot to put it. And because, where we put it, it's going to be, if it's going to be somewhere on the church or somewhere, it's going to be private property. We got to make sure we get approvals from whoever owns that property, get it put there, if it's a church or if it's whatever it might be. So that's the only other thing we got to work on.
Once again, my recommendation is on the actual lot of Parson Brownlow's Grand Army of Republic number 22, which is Women Relief Corps building. When I was digging today, doing some information, the original location, that building was moved from the old town of Vidalia. When we had the great flood of 1927, the parade actually started in the old town of Vidalia, but they moved that original building where it originally started to Magnolia Street in District Number 2 of Vidalia. So, and I think that, that's where it should flow from, my personal opinion, because of the history behind it and the people who have kept the parade alive.
Okay. All right. Next thing we have is the tree project. The supposed to started here a couple of weeks ago, but there's been some rain issues, but it's supposed to start next week now. So that'll get started back on the trees getting taken
Are
down.
they, what was the scheduled date to finalize that?
There's not going to be a finalized date. I don't think we have. Once they get started, I don't think they're going to quit. So
And what was the cause for them not to meet the date that
we
we
had
had
to
set?
change where they were taking it to. We had
Okay.
DEQ came in. We had to change our burn site.
And where is it now?
It's going to be moved. Right now, we're just going down Blaney Road down right past the shooting range in that field there.
So it's still close. it's still-
Well, yeah, but we was within, you can't, got to be so many feet away from a
Right.
residence. So
But they're
we've moved it further back on our property, but we're having to build a road to it.
Proximity is
Yeah.
still close for
Yeah,
the
pretty much.
hauling of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
But until they can't start back up, we should have the Cornwall on that road be finished.
Oh, if it's all rain, it'll be next week.
Okay, and then they better get started.
So I have a
Because I
question.
had, some people called me and said that if they don't hurry up, they're gonna fall on my, on, so I didn't, they need to know when they're going down so they don't fall on something, they say. So I don't know.
So my question is, because I was
Pretty
riding
quick.
through our community, and the trees that have X's on them, are those the trees that they're targeting?
Right.
Okay.
That's it. Okay, now the resource center, they finished the stucco and they said it looks amazing. Alderman McCoy, the resource center down District 1.
Can we get Mr. Miller?
Well, do you want to give a
speak on that?
report on where we at on the building?
Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
I am
Mr. Wendell Millix.
Dale Millix, representing Concord Youth and Adult Community Association. Also, we got Mr. Woody Dunbar, president of the association. The building I'll be speaking about is located at the old water plant. The resource center, which will be part of the tutorial program, we actually completed the interior painting and the roof coating. The actual budget was around $12,000. The actual cost, $9,000. The two portable classroom work is in progress on those two facilities. The first building, building 102 Wilson Street, all minus just the interior painting and the flooring. The actual budget for that building is $20,000. The actual cost is going to be $17,000. The third building is located at those pictures of the resource center, which hosts community events in the afternoon for local citizens. Also will be part the use for the after-school tutorial program. That's a 90-year-old birthday party that was held in February. That's the kitchen area.
That's nice.
I gotta ask you something. How'd you come in under budget?
Because he know people.
That's good in this day and time.
It looks nice. I gotta say.
It
looks
does.
nice.
It looks good.
It looks very nice. I'm impressed. It looks
Oh,
nice.
no, good.
You have any pictures of the outside? It's
Inside.
all, yeah, okay. Looks good.
Yeah, and the building's also used for community meetings and community events also in the evening time. And the second building, portable classroom building, 104, work is also in progress. That budget was centered around $23,340, and we actually spent $24,600 over budget on that one, which was the estimated cost there. Probably around midsummer, we'll start the hiring for the after-school tutorial program. We plan to start that program around August, mid-August, September of the school calendar year. We'll probably hire 6 part-time educators, 1 program administrator, and 1 bookkeeper. Our target goal is 45 to 50 K through 12 students. So far, we pretty much are on point with our objectives.
Will y'all be doing a pre-grand opening once everything gets completed?
We will.
Okay.
Yes, we will. We'll host a.
Okay. Any questions for Mr. Millix?
Yes, Ms. Wells, the mention of having maybe a community meeting to do so. I think I heard you volunteer yourself as chairman to help organize that. And because we've been meeting, but I hear that you want to be a part of it. So we'll get together. I'll throw a rock across your house and then we get it going on. We'll get it going on from there. But yeah, that'll be perfect. That'll be perfect.
And once we get the staff in place and the student in place, we'll form a parent committee group, which will actually help support and provide volunteer services.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Good job.
Okay.
Good job, Mr. Miller. Thank you.
All right.
Alderman McCoy, the estimate that this was needed to be addressed to bring up the ad.
You want me to talk about it?
Yes, sir. This was the amount that was going to have to be added for the project.
You got this?
Let's see.
It's the stucco.
Okay, the exterior stucco for the entire resource center.
That's the
Okay, this, I thought we'd approved that.
It's over the
we
amount
did,
that
but
we budgeted for.
we didn't go on the minute. We didn't go on the record.
Didn't have an amount.
Oh, we didn't have the amount. Okay, the amount came in at 67,000. That's for the whole building. Okay. 67,000. Okay, any questions? Yeah, we need to prove that.
No, he said add it as an agenda item.
No, it's already added with the mayor's.
I guess within my report, we can go ahead
Okay.
and we won't approve.
I make that motion that it gets approved.
Okay, motion made by Alderman Gardner. Here, second.
I definitely second it.
Okay, Alderman McCoy, second. All in favor, say aye. Okay, all right.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. Next thing we have is, I just want to talk a little bit about, I just got back from Washington, MRCTI. There were a lot of issues that we dealt with. Had a lot of good meetings. One of the ones I think that we need to tackle as a council is, y'all know we have zoning ordinances that restrict certain things within our city limits of our town. And one of the things we have to address is data centers. And if you don't have anything in place as far as dealing with data centers, what you're going to do with them when they come in, you're kind of at risk. And I would like to work with council to try to come up with some maybe changes, some dealing with data centers, since they could come into your area, come into your parish, because they're going to try to come anywhere they can where they can get water and wherever they can get power. So that's something I think we need to start looking at. It's coming up with what do we want to do and address that. And that was one of the things we spent a lot of time on, is the pros and cons of data centers or AI centers, and what they bring. Pros of them, they bring you tax revenues, they bring you upfront jobs, but those jobs go away after construction is done. But the cons are they use up. I mean, we're trying to address some things. There's an act out there right now that's called the GRID Act. And that GRID Act, we're asking all the legislators and congressmen to vote for it. And what that's going to require is those data centers and stuff to fully shoulder all the expense of getting the load and their own water. Because here's what happens. Most energy providers or utility providers will take on a big client, but guess who they will pass the cost on to provide these services? They will start adding them on to the consumer out there privately and spread that over all of them and make your costs go up. So we are going to fight that all the way up to Washington, that for them to support the GRID Act. So any congressman or legislator you talk to that's running, tell them you want them to support the GRID Act. It's called the GRID Act, GRID. The GRID Act stands for the Guarantee and Rate Installation from Data Centers Act. That's what it is. So we want to make sure that we support that. So any data centers and build out of those for power and water is solely on the shoulders of those companies. Okay? Any questions on that? Okay. All right, let's move on. We're almost end of mine. Drainage, we still got some drainage issues to deal with over on Gregory Street, behind Cross Street, and also behind the Dollar Tree. We've been talking about it, and we're trying to get engineering there to work on that. The special needs, Brent, do we have any traction on that?
Not that I know. We need to get some bids.
Okay. Who do we need to lasso to get that together?
I mean, I'll take it on. I
Okay,
just
all
got
right.
to find out.
The next things we're going to do, we're going to go into executive session. I'm going to have to ask the alderman to do that. I do want to tell the people who are here, we will be going into executive session and discussing some things and we will be coming back out, and we might vote on one thing, but the rest of it, I mean, there's no more action items, I don't think. I have to make sure.
Before you go there, Mayor, to executive session, I want to elaborate on agenda item number 9 as well. I know, constituent or citizen, Wells made a comment. I have had several people reaching out to me asking Alderman Gardner why none of the aldermen give reports on, what's going on in y'all districts and all of that. Natchez does it. And, I personally, I don't know about the other aldermen. I don't personally have any issues with if you allow the alderman to speak on anything we're working with or as far as our district is concerned. But it has been brought to my attention. A couple people asked why, like Natchez, their aldermen give individual reports of what's going on in their district as well. I think you do a good job at giving reports, but it will keep us connected with our constituents of the district if we play somewhat of a part as well. Another thing to kind of, I know I'm going off. I'm wearing the black and gold tonight because Faraday high school basketball team is going to the state championships, and I want to send a congratulations to them. Superintendent asks anybody in Concordia Parish because we are one as far as I'm concerned. So congratulations to them. And the last thing that I'll say is, at the last meeting we had in Baton Rouge, I told y'all that I got with Lieutenant Governor Billy, and he sent like right at 5,000 cups to the Memorial Day Parade Committee for the parade that'll be the fourth Monday in May. And we want to thank him for his diligence and for him saying what he was going to do, and he did. And he will also be sending a parade float for Memorial Day, which I think the committee is going to be letting mostly the senior citizens ride on it. So thank you, man, for allowing me to say all that.
Okay. Hear a motion to go into executive session to discuss current litigation.
I'll make that motion.
Motion made by Alderman McCoy, here second.
Second.
Second by Alderman Smith. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All right, we're going to step into
Back.
Executive session.
I got a motion.
Motion by Alderman Probst, here second. Second by Alderman Coy. All in favor, say aye. We're now out of executive session now. Can I have a vote for approving a memorandum of understanding in between the town of Vidalia and Catalyst Old River Hydroelectric Limited Partnership?
I make a motion.
Motion made by
I'll second.
Alderman Smith, and second by Alderman Betts. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All right, here, motion to adjourn.
I make that motion.
Motion made by Alderman Garner, second by Alderman McCoy. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
We stand adjourned.
Done.